Look at you three. What is up, all you party people? Welcome back to another episode of Mr. Asphalt. I'm your host, Brian. Thank you for tuning in today. Come along for the tour. I need a better script. Well, did you have a good Mother's Day? We are celebrating today. Yesterday was a miserable, rainy day, and nobody felt like leaving the house. So, what'd you do? What'd you eat? How was it? Comment below. Oh, Mr. Crowley. Bills. Gotta pay those bills. All right, listen here, YouTube. A year ago, my wife and I bought a tiny house, and as of a week ago, we have sold just about everything we own, and we've put a second story on it, bringing it up to about 700 or 800 square feet. So once tiny, now a cabin on beautiful Lake Erie's North Shore. And we need your help giving it a name. I posted yesterday's video that we're running a little bit of a contest, just trying to have some fun. This is our 5th quote-unquote cottage cabin in the area. We started with Sunny Bee's cottage on beautiful Belcraft Beach, and then we had Latitude Adjustment right next door. We are at the 42nd parallel here, so same parallel as parts of Spain and Northern California. The grapes really love the humidity and the sand, so grapes do quite well here on Canada's Lake Erie North Shore. We also had a place called Fantasy, and most recently, Lakeview Cottage. You would have seen a video on the weekend. That's been purchased by another amazing couple, and they're going to continue it as an Airbnb, now known as Anchor Down. So we're out of the game. We're out of the short-term rental game. We didn't plan to be out of the game. But we listened to the universe, I guess, and it was telling us to move on. We've been carrying some rental properties that have been sitting empty due to COVID, and it's kind of hurt the pockets, if you know what I mean. So as we head into the next phase, next wave of whatever new normal, abnormal, whatever the hell you want to call what we live in today, some new people are going to continue their own real estate investing journey, and we are going to spend the next 6 months building the cabin, the caboon, on Lake Erie's beautiful North Shore. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure that you do so, because we have a lot of content on the way, from putting up drywall to, I don't know, throwing hammers in the lake when I'm frustrated, because I tend to do that. You know, little jobs that take your average expert 10 minutes to do seem to take me a friggin' hour and a half to do, and I get frustrated. So come along for the swearing, the throwing of things, the hammering, the nailing, the putting up of drywall, the plumbing. Hopefully we don't run into any more plumbing debacles like we had this winter. I should also mention that my wife and I are former educators. I mean, we're both certified teachers here in the province of Ontario. We've both recently resigned from our positions as we move forward on the code breaker journey, doing some consulting in the ed tech, computer science world of education, as well as book publishing. So ultimately, the goal is to live debt-free on Lake Erie and share what we've learned as real estate investors. I don't know, can you call us minimalists? I guess we're about to become that. We have gotten rid of things. We don't need things. We live out of a shipping container currently. Can't wait to get rid of that thing. Holy, $200 a month, and we've had it for like 8 months already, just sitting there. Could have bought a shed. Could have bought a shed, for the same price. So I have no idea what's in store for us moving forward, but we are jazzed, super stoked, and excited to be in full control of our own destiny. Stop trading time for money. It was the biggest shift in our thinking. How do you create passive income streams? How do you create side hustles that monetize without doing a tremendous amount of work? Well, for us, it's been publishing books, and it's been renting Airbnbs, but that's not super passive. We were the cleaners, we were the custodians, we were the maintenance crew. We did everything, and so it was a full-time job to manage 3-4 cottage rentals on Lake Erie's North Shore while teaching full-time. My wife was teaching elementary school in a community about 45 minutes away. I've been teaching teachers at the faculties of ed here at university at different campuses across the province of Ontario. They're all online, of course, so I mean, no complaints there. COVID really wasn't an impact on my work, with the exception of an increase in enrollment. I was teaching the tech courses and the e-learning courses before all this. So as you can imagine, teachers looking to upgrade and substitute teachers looking to climb the pay scale, if you will. Just trying to figure out what teaching and learning looks like in the new digital space. So my enrollment, of course, went through the roof, and I'm by no means complaining about that, and that's not why I resigned. Just a lot of opportunity has come at us on the codebreaker front. We collectively, educators across the world, recognize the tremendous value of computer science education and the importance of computational thinking, particularly with our younger students, and particularly female. It's sort of a male-dominated sector, and we got to fix that. Innovation requires perspective, and perspective requires diversity. And by high school, it's been my experience that our female students typically think computer science engineering is sort of that quote-unquote boy-dominated world, and it's incredibly important that we bring a level of diversity to some of those programs. So a part of our passion project with Codebreaker is to expose as many kids to computer science as possible, because like broccoli, you don't know if you like it until you try it. And if we don't expose our young people to computer science at an early age, we've essentially removed the choice, and I believe that's a disservice. Coding is sort of a new literacy, new fluency, if you want to call it that. It's kind of a global language. JavaScript here looks the same as JavaScript on the other side of the planet. And it provides opportunities for our young people to monetize themselves, sell their own services through creativity without having to leave their backyard. My wife and I live in a very, very tiny rural community and work from home and are self-employed, and that's kind of the world in which we live now. So I think it's important that we demonstrate that, or at least model that to our younger students, that listen, you don't need to go to the big city. You can do amazing things from your computer right in your backyard if that's something that is of interest to you. Now I'm just rambling. Long story short, I guess maybe there's a lesson here for everybody. If you're not happy with what you're doing, fix it. Change it. Life's too short. COVID has taught us that life is just way too damn short to be stuck in the rat race, whatever the heck you want to call it, the 9 to 5, I don't know, chasing essentially your own tail all day, every day, the same routine. And I mean, some people enjoy that. I'm not saying there's something wrong with that kind of lifestyle, but now when I get up in the morning, I do whatever the heck I want, so to speak. And you can't put a dollar amount on that freedom. Well, clearly this has been another episode of Life Coaching with Mr. Aspinall, and clearly I've got the whole world figured out, so you should take everything I say with 100% accuracy and do exactly what we're doing, because it's going to work exactly the same for you. This isn't a how-to video, YouTube. This is just what's worked for us, or is currently working for us. All right, friends, I'm gonna wrap this up. Heading over to see Moms for the Mother's Day. The sun is shining. It's a glorious morning. As always, peace and love from beautiful Colchester, Ontario, Canada. Give somebody close to you a hug. Tell them they matter. Don't forget, you matter. All the best. Peace and love. Are those even the words?